Good Tuesday evening, June 24th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The U.S. Forest Service has expanded closures of trails, roads, and campgrounds in the Aniat Ranger District due to the Pumice Fire. Link Transit is once again offering free shuttles this Independence Day to the local fireworks show at Walla Walla Point Park. Cooler and breezy the rest of this week with a big warm-up on the way this weekend. Your full local weather forecast is straight ahead. Authorities searching for Travis Decker say there's no certain evidence that the suspected child murderer remains in the Cascades Mountains areas where he's been hunted, or even whether he's still alive. The manhunt is entering its fourth week and overlaps Chelan and Kittitas counties across Blewett Pass. The sheriff's departments in both counties have conducted air and ground patrols in the mountainous territory, but the Kittitas County Sheriff says early suspected sightings and leads have not led to firm results. Decker is a 32-year-old Army veteran believed to have extensive survival skills. He's charged with the murders of his three daughters, Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia, whose bodies were found June 2nd near a National Forest campsite west of Leavenworth. Police say they won't give up the search, which has involved a dozen police agencies as well as federal authorities, including the U.S. Marshals Service. Any sightings or information should be reported to 911 or the Marshals. Last week, the family of the three girls laid them to rest in a public memorial service at Rocky Reach Dam. The U.S. Forest Service has expanded closures of trails, roads, and campgrounds in the Aniat Ranger District due to the Pumice Fire. The fire has grown over 1,000 acres since starting on June 13th and is bringing visible smoke to Wenatchee, Chelan, and Winthrop. The fire already closed the Glacier Peak Wilderness, and new closures include nearly 30 trails, 9 roads, and 6 campgrounds. The expanded closures were determined by current fire conditions, weather forecasts, the potential for fire spread, and the need for forest personnel to clear the area. The closures will go into effect tomorrow, and a complete list can be found on the NCWLIFE and U.S. Forest Service websites. A juvenile driver was cited for DUI hit and run yesterday in a 3-car collision around 7 p.m. at 9th Street and Sunset Highway. East Wenatchee Police Chief Rick Johnson says that the juveniles all fled the scene of the crash, but were later located along the Apple Capitol Loop Trail with significant facial injuries. The juvenile driver was arrested and transported to Confluent Health Hospital's Central Campus for his injuries. He was cited for DUI and hit and run, but is yet to be booked due to his injuries. The drivers of the other 2 vehicles involved in the wreck were uninjured. Just over a mile of residential roadway in Leavenworth will have a lower speed limit soon. Chelan County Commissioners voted today to lower the top speed on East Leavenworth Road from 35 to 25 miles an hour. The change only applies to the first 1.2 miles of the route after it turns off from Highway 2. East Leavenworth Road is a more rural avenue on the south side of the Wenatchee River, with many homes in former farmland. The speed change will go into effect as soon as new signs are posted, which Chelan County's Public Works Agency says should be within a week or so. When we come back, the new Apple-themed playground and splash pad at Riverfront Park in Wenatchee are now open to the public. The Colville Confederated Tribes announced yesterday that the first lynx kittens in the Kettle Range have been born on the reservation in 40 years, and plans are underway for Lincoln Elementary School to honor Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia Decker with a special bench on campus. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous Farmers Market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
At At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
The new Apple-themed playground and splash pad at Riverfront Park in Wenatchee are now open to the public. Built in partnership between the Chelan County PUD and the City of Wenatchee, the new playground is just north of Pybus Public Market and accompanied by new restrooms. The splash pad is south of the 5th Street restrooms and features a new picnic pavilion. PUD staff will be present at the splash pad this Thursday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and then again Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. to answer questions and introduce the new facilities to the community. The Colville Confederated Tribes announced yesterday that the first lynx kittens in the Kettle Range have been born on the reservation since the animals were reintroduced to the area. Canada lynx are a federally endangered species and were historically overtrapped in northeast Washington. In November of 2021, the first male and female lynx were released on the reservation to reestablish the species to the Kettles. Since then, tribal biologists have tracked the lynx through GPS collars to document patterns of dispersal, habit selection, mortality, and other behaviors. The kittens are the first born on the reservation in 40 years. Link Transit is once again offering free shuttles this Independence Day to the local fireworks show at Walla Walla Point Park. The shuttles will run continuously from J.C. Penney's to the park from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., with shuttles departing every 10 to 15 minutes. Return trips will begin as soon as the fireworks end and will continue till roughly 11 p.m., with pickup in the same location as drop-off. This year's fireworks show starts after sunset and will be accompanied by a live instrumental group. The local color guard will also perform the national anthem and showing of the flags leading up to the countdown of the fireworks. Plans are underway for Lincoln Elementary School to honor Peyton, Evelyn, and Olivia Decker with a special bench on campus. The concept is called a buddy bench, where students who need a friend can connect. There's a buddy bench on the former Columbia Elementary School site where it will remain for the Valley Academy of Learning students once they move in. Wenatchee School District Communications Director Diana Haglund told NCWLIFE News it's not yet known when or where the bench will be placed at the school, with each of the girls attended. More information on the project will be shared in the fall. Coming up next, the Wenatchee landmark Plaza Superjet is celebrating 100 years in business this year. We'll explore the legendary store's history in tonight's feature story. Expect seasonal temperatures the rest of this week with unseasonably hot weather ahead this weekend and next week. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Welcome to Mountain Chick Floral, your go-to flower and plant shop in downtown Wenatchee. Explore their wide variety of unusual and fun plants. And when you buy a plant in a container, they'll pot it up for you absolutely free. Birthday or weddings, they'll create the perfect floral arrangement for you. Brighten up your office with fresh blooms delivered to your door or business. Ask about floral subscriptions. Visit Mountain Chick Floral today, where every occasion is a reason to celebrate with flowers.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Plaza Superjet is a landmark for Wenatchee shoppers, 100 years to be precise. Foothills Magazine celebrated the store's anniversary in its May magazine issue. In tonight's features story, NCWLIFE's Dan Kuntz followed up to explore the legendary store with its new owners, Willie Goins and Abel Chavez, two Plaza employees who took over last year from longtime owner Jeff Lau.
So you've expanded the beer selection as well, beer and wine, I might add.
Yes.
There's more shelf space now at the Plaza Superjet than there ever has been for these beverages.
Yes, for sure. We've turned in quite a few of our end caps into beer ends. You were asking before we started, how do you make room for it if you don't have room? Well, you just find a spot. You know, we used to have cold doors. We had 75%, 90% of the cold doors were domestic beer. And slowly we've whittled that down to more and more craft doors. So now it's probably half and half, 4 and 4.
Maybe even more. I think maybe 60-40 breakdown, 60 craft and 40 just your generic national brands.
It may be. And then, in the last probably 2 years, craft NA beers have exploded. Now everybody wants craft non-alcoholic stuff. Seltzer's still huge.
Do you feel a little pressure of keeping the tradition of this great store going?
Absolutely, man. I mean, I've heard stories of just kind of how far it's come along. I've seen some of the pictures, and you just hear from people. It's just completely night and day. So, yeah, I mean, we want to keep it going. There's doing a lot of things great here. We're not trying to change anything drastically. Just keep doing the things we're doing, and we share some of the same beliefs, and we want the same outcome. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to keep it going. We're not going to change much.
We're in the meat department. This is the first time I've ever been on this side of the counter.
Yes.
People are very loyal to the cuts.
Yeah, our meat department, I don't know if you guys know, our meat is all local. So it's raised up in the Oroville area. It's taken down to Toppenish, which is the Washington beef. So I believe the process from, when it's raised, getting processed to us is fairly quick. And you can taste it. I mean, you've got a lot of people here that say, come in here, it's just not me. You get the customers, it's just the quality. And I think that does contribute to the quality.
Do you get a chance to interact with the customers as much as you used to now that you're one of the guys in charge?
That's one of the things that I enjoy. I'm still out here. I do have stuff to do in the office, and it has taken a little bit of time away from this, but I still make sure that I'm out here helping out customers, helping out the employees. I want to be a part of the team. I go out here, if there's something they got to do, it's like, I've done it before. Hey, we've all got to do it. So, but no, I mean, we interact with everyone, like you're saying. We see it all.
Oh, I love the Plaza Superjet. I've been coming here for decades, literally decades. You and Abel are now in charge. Are you going to make any changes, or are you going to things are going pretty good here? I just want to promise that things are going to stay the same.
I've been here all this time because I stood by, what Jeff was doing. I believed in it, and I don't see a need to change a lot. If there is a big need to change, it's going to be because the customers let us know, and we're gonna adapt. We're gonna try to give people what they want and keep doing, providing great customer service, a unique selection of items,
and the best employees. They've been here a long time. Long time.
I'm glad you think so.
Yeah, Stan's been here 20 years. You've been here 20 years.
Yeah.
Irma's been here 15 years, something like that.
Exactly.
That's when you have very low turnover. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Tuesday was a good one. Beautiful temperatures out there once again today. A little warmer than we should be. And yes, degraded air quality from that Palmas fire. You can see the smoky haze. This is outside our weather window from this afternoon, where our air quality today, we are still in the moderate range, but our number at 72 today, that was higher than 60 yesterday. So a little worse air out there this afternoon. Part of the reason, a lot calmer wind conditions. And as we move through the week, that's not going to be the case. We're going to see some breezy conditions, especially tomorrow with maybe some isolated thunderstorms up north. High temperatures will cool off on Wednesday back into the mid 80s. As we get you into Thursday and Friday, some quiet weather with temperatures in the low 80s. And then I'll tell you, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, mid 80s Saturday, low 90s Sunday, and mid to upper 90s on Monday, where we will see a moderate heat risk to start next week. And it looks like that's going to continue even into Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. So get ready for some hot weather. Today, 87 unofficially, 7 degrees above where we should be. 80 is our normal high temperature for this time of year. And I'll tell you, 1992, it was a scorcher this time of year. 104 degrees, our record high. 59 this morning, a few degrees above where we should be at 56 for this time of year. 42 our record low, and that was set in 1983. Sunrise 5:05, and the sunset tonight is at 9:02. Here's a look at your Wednesday temperatures, and as I mentioned, they will tick down just a little bit. 87s for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 86 in Quincy, and then predominantly mid-80s in central Washington, Ellensburg, and Wenatchee, Aniat, Chelan, also at 84, 82 in Leavenworth, and 83 the high temperature tomorrow in Kashmir. As we take a look at tonight, mostly cloudy skies, mainly from this little area of low pressure in eastern Washington. Other than that, high pressure in the Pacific is dominating our weather. We might even see a sprinkle early evening into mid-evening, lows in the low 60s tonight. For Wednesday, breezy conditions. A combination of that low and high pressure will tighten up those pressure gradients for Wednesday. Also will usher in a little cooler air. We'll see highs tomorrow into the mid 80s, and that cool down will continue as we get into Thursday as we see more of a northwesterly weather flow. We'll see high temperatures on Thursday afternoon into the low 80s, and pretty much the same scenario as we get you into Friday as well. I think we could see just some breezy conditions at times on Friday, maybe 10 to 15 miles an hour. Once again, our high temperatures will be about where they should be for this time of year, in the low 80s to end our work week. And then the heat is on as we get into the upcoming weekend. High pressure will build our ridge all the way up into British Columbia. We will warm up Saturday afternoon into the mid 80s, upper 80s for the Columbia Basin. And then Sunday and into Monday, that's where the real heat happens. Look at these clear skies all over Washington State to end our weekend. We will see high temperatures on Sunday in the low 90s, and we aren't done yet. We're going up from there as we kick off our next work week. High pressure will intensify. Sunny and unseasonably hot. I mentioned it earlier. Moderate heat risk in effect for Monday with high temperatures in the mid 90s. All right, here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Beautiful, mild overnight tonight at 62. A little breezy for Wednesday and 84. Seasonal, more clouds Thursday, more sun Friday, but both highs both days, I should say, at 81 degrees. And then we're going to warm up. Sunny and 86 Saturday, 91 on Sunday. Sunny and hot for Monday with a high temperature then of 96 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
The pitch by Busich. The Wenatchee Apple Sox are back on the NCWLIFE channel. Watch as they take on the Victoria Harbor Cats on Friday, June 27th. Coverage brought to you by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, and Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Your exclusive television home for Apple Sox baseball is the NCWLIFE channel.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
Oh!
What do you think of that?
Pretty big, I like it.
Watch for new episodes of the Northwest Outdoorsman on the NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station.
And a good Tuesday to you. Seattle hit four home runs, including the 32nd of the season by Cal Raleigh in an 11-2 win in Minnesota Monday. Julio, Luke Raley, and Dominic Canzone added to the homer parade during Game 1 of the four-game set in the Twin Cities. Brian Wu was dominant on the mound, striking out 9 over 6 innings to earn his 7th win of the season.
JP, a fly ball out to Buxton in center field. Williamson is coming home and will score easily. A nice piece of situational hitting there from JP Crawford.
Julio batting.
Julio rips this ball to left field. Not coming back. Julio with a massive tank all the way to the second deck. A long time coming. It's a 3-0 Mariners lead. Mariners have 2 on with 2 outs. Raley, a charge to center field. Buxton watching, and this bangs off the big wall. It's gone. Luke Raley. He has opened the doors here in the 3rd inning on a big-time blast.
At some point, I'm going to stop saying it's really good to have Luke Raley back, but it's not yet. 5 for 8 now with that home run since his return, and he has some impressive power. To hit that out of the yard here, dead center field, that ball was touched.
Here comes the pitch to Canzone.
High out to right field, and on its way, Dom Canzone way up there to the second deck. That's his 3rd home run in the last 2 games.
Explain to me how this guy hits the baseball so hard, 108 miles per hour off the bat.
And Larnach slams one high in the air to right center field. This one is back towards the seats, and that is going to go on a home run. Number 11 for Trevor Larnach. Second time he's homered off Brian Wu this season. And the Twins have made this a 7-1 game. 3-2 to Correa, and he sends one in the air to left center field. Back it goes, deep it goes, and that is gone. And the Twins go back-to-back, Larnach and Correa, and it's now 7-2.
That's my guy, C4 right there. Takes that sinker.
Julio plugs the gap in left center field. Mariners played a little add-on in the 9th inning. Canzone and Williamson both score. Julio a home run earlier, now a 2-run double.
And here's Cal Raleigh with a chance to hit the historic home run. Another milestone, another record.
Well, there goes number 32. Cal Raleigh annihilates another one. He has homered in 4 consecutive games for the first time in his big league career. An exclamation mark on a monster night for the Mariners. And chance for MVP inside target field.
And that'll bring up Christian Vasquez. Vasquez swinging a fly ball into left field. Randy going back with those yellow spikes. He's there, and he makes the catch, and the Mariners win it tonight here in Minnesota. And they win it big, a final score of 11-2, and more historical records being shattered and broken along the way by Cal Raleigh.
Wu said he had to settle into a groove after the first few innings.
Yeah, I mean, little adjustments. I think, I don't know, sometimes you go into a game and you want to get ahead so bad that you almost try too hard, and I think that was kind of a little bit of it, like overthrowing a little bit in the beginning and falling behind a lot, and didn't do a great job with OOs, and a lot of 1-0, 2-0 counts. He had to work back in, and then, you know, the first couple innings kind of a little bit longer, and then did a better job in the back half of getting ahead and kind of being in control of the at-bats a little bit. But yeah, just adjustments you had to make throughout the game. I'm always kind of leaning on it, but I think, you know, there's days where it's got a little bit more life and guys just aren't seeing it. I think with the sun too and the shadows, I think it was also a bit of a factor. So yeah, I think once you get through the second and third time through the lineup, I think I still got to do a better job of mixing in the secondaries and not being so predictable. I feel like, especially with those the 2 homers in the last inning, just kind of it was falling behind and you know, not doing a good job of being in control of the at bat. Then you kind of have to lay in when you get to 3-2, and that one's on me. I got to do a much better job of getting ahead, being in control of the AB, and then can kind of do what I want from there versus you fall behind and you get a little predictable. So yeah, always things to get better about.
Seattle and Minnesota are playing game 2 of that series that is on Root Sports Northwest right now. Houston was idle Monday, so Seattle gained a half game in the standings in the American League West. Angels also gained a half game with a 9-5 win over Boston. Texas remains 7.5 games back after a 6-0 loss to Baltimore. After being swept over the weekend in Edmonton, the Wenatchee Apple Sox hope to right the ship in Bellingham tonight. It's the first of a 3-game series between the Sox and Bells at Joe Martin Field. Wenatchee comes into the game tonight at 11-7, while Bellingham is 14-7. First pitch slated for 6:35. You can hear the action locally on Sunny FM. There was just one game on the schedule last night as the Marion Berries hosted Corvallis in their new home, Chemeketa Stadium in Salem. The Berries scored 14 runs on 14 hits as summer baseball returned to a venue that had gone 35 years without top-tier baseball. Marion welcomes Bend to the Chemeketa coming up tonight. Well, Edmonton's sweep of Wenatchee over the weekend has tied the Riverhawks with the Apple Sox for second place in the WCL's North Division behind Bellingham. As Wenatchee heads for Joe Martin Field tonight, they trail the Bells by a game and a half in the first half standings. Kamloops is right behind at 12-9, while Victoria still in the hunt. Well, Victoria, speaking of, will be in town to begin a 3-game weekend series with the Apple Sox, and NCWLIFE channel will have the game live. Join yours truly and Brandon Schmitten for the play-by-play beginning with our pregame Friday night at 6:30. Well, the Wenatchee Wild and the Western Hockey League have released their 2025-26 hockey schedules. Wenatchee will begin a 34-game home schedule against the Everett Silvertips on Saturday, September 27th at the Town Toyota Center. 30 of 34 home games are scheduled for weekends, with 11 Friday night, 10 Saturday night, and 9 Sunday afternoon matinees. Austin Drowley will join Dan Koontz next week on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley to talk more about the schedule release and preview the upcoming season for the Wild. Season tickets are on sale right now. You can go to WenatcheeWildHockey.com for that. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Tuesday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.
NCWLife Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLife would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Get a great deal on making the most of every property. The Kubota commercial landscape lineup is built to do more. From the RTVX utility vehicle to the Z700 mower to the SVL track loader. When your reputation is on the line, you need equipment that doesn't let you down. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for 48 months, or save up to $4,000.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.